Fight Up TV. I'm joined by Callum Smith, obviously preparing to go into a massive fight into the World Boxing Super Series against George Groves. How's things? Is things starting to heat up for you now? Obviously the fight's been confirmed, preparation fully underway. You must be feeling good?
Yeah, very good. It took a long while getting confirmed the exact date and venue, but it's finally done and training's gone well. It's going very well. I'm enjoying it. It's the training camp I've been waiting for a while for the world title. I know the goal at the end is the one that I've always wanted, so it's making that the motivation side a bit easier. And like I say, it's a good fight and one that I've not been waiting a while for.
Was there a nervous wait, obviously, with the injuries to George Groves? You know, there was talk of obviously Chris Eubank coming in as a replacement. Was there a bit of a nervous wait knowing what was going to happen? Obviously, I think you clearly wanted George Groves.
Yeah.
Was there a bit of a nervous wait now? Did you cope with that from a mental point of view of just, you know, in terms of your focus and your training?
Yeah, exactly that. It wasn't a factor waiting for the fight, because I'd have waited as long as I had to do, as long as I was to get the George Groves fight for his world title. So the only worry was whether he'd make it or not, and whether I'd have to fight a replacement. And you know, if that was the case, then I would have had to fight him. I don't really have any choice, but I wouldn't have got any world title, and I don't feel I'd have got any credit out of beating a replacement again. So yeah, that was the main worry. But the minute I knew it was going to be George, then you know, the date was, you know, everything else didn't really matter as long as I got the fight that I wanted.
I think it's paid off, hasn't it, in terms of you got going into the tournaments. How tough was the decision in terms of walking away from your mandatory for the WBC? Obviously some big fights there. How tough was that then to say, right, you've waited so long, so obviously all your attention on that, all your focus, all your vision, and then to say, right, I'm going into this now? Very
tough, you know, the toughest decision, you know, I've had to make since turning professional, probably my whole boxing career. But looking back now, it was the best decision I've ever made, and I wonder why it was a tough decision at the time. But you know, on paper it was giving up a mandatory world title shot to go and have to win 2 non-world title fights, then guarantee another one. It was sort of taking a harder route when I already had the world title shot, but I was always confident I was good enough to do it. I was good enough to win the first 2 fights to get the world title shot, and then good enough to win the world title. So the end outcome was always going to be the same. That was me as world champion. So at the time it was a tough decision, but it was definitely the best decision.
How did you see the fight with George started for me, you know, panning out? You know, I know you know him quite well. Yeah. Obviously your style, everything else, you know what to expect. How did you actually see the fight panning out?
I think it'll be, you know, quite a cage opener. I think we both know each other can punch. We both know. So we both had quite a lot of knockouts. So you know, I don't think anyone will go in careless or reckless. But you know, a lot of fights with 2 big punches, it only takes 1 shot to land, and it can catch fire. So it could catch fire at any time throughout the fight. But I've just got to be prepared for both. He could come out and try and put it on me and get rid of me, and it could be an explosive fight, or he could come out and play the long game and a lot of feints and try and make mistakes, and you know, take it into the later rounds. I'm prepared for both. You know, we're working with Joe on every possible outcome and way the fight could go, and you know, I'll be fully prepared. And either way it goes, I'm confident I'll come out on top.
I think it's fair to say, you know, you probably considered the underdog in this fight, probably for the first time in a long time. Yeah. Is that something that you think suits you?
Yeah, I think either way I've been a massive favourite in all my fights, but you kind of learn that regardless of whether the whole world thinks you're going to win, you still got to go in and win. It doesn't mean you're guaranteed to win, and the same if, you know, I'm the underdog and a lot of people think I'm going to lose, it doesn't mean I'm going to lose. My own expectations have always been from me, from myself, and my own belief in my own ability, and you know, about if I win, then you know, I've proved myself right. If I also lose, then you know, I've let myself down and no one else. It's more, I've never felt pressure from anyone else, only from myself, and this fight's no different. I believe how good I am and how good I can be, and that's to be the best in the world, and you know, I fully believe I'm good enough to beat George Groves.
And since obviously George Groves, you know, he is a massive marquee name. He's become a massive marquee name. He's been involved in massive fights. Do you feel that will also bring the best out of you? Yeah,
definitely. You know, it's the biggest fight of my career by far. No, there's no denying that. But each stage of my career, I've had the biggest fight in my career so far, and I've always performed. I've always delivered when it mattered. And every fight I've had where people have questioned whether it was a bit too early for me or I bit off more than I could chew at that stage in my career, I've always passed the flying colours and I've always delivered, and there's no bigger stage than this one, and I'm fully confident that, you know, I'll turn up on the day and I'll perform the way I know I can.
And in terms of obviously Nicky Holtzkin, your last fight in the World Boxing Super Series, I think obviously, you know, there was a little bit of criticism from the media on that. Obviously, quite critical of yourself as well, but obviously, you know, we had to get the job done. It was a bit of a lose-lose situation for you that way, with him being a last-minute replacement. Are you quite keen, obviously, it's a really big opportunity to make a statement against George Groves, but are you keen, obviously, to do that as well? Yeah,
and I think, you know, the performance against Holscombe was probably why, you know, a lot of people have put me the underdog against Groves, and rightly so. You know, I didn't perform the way I know I can, and I was the first to say that, but I done what I had to do, I done what I went there to do, and that was to win. I didn't get any injuries or anything like that. I didn't put any miles on the clock. It was a comfortable points decision, and if I was to get that against Groves, I'd take it. The win against Groves is a statement regardless of how I get it. So it's a different mindset for this fight. I entered this fight in a different position. I'm not expected to win in one round, and say this fight's more about the result, whereas the Holscombe one wasn't. It was about the performance, and the result was, it had to be a win. Whereas this one, it's all just about the result, regardless of however way it comes.
And in terms of obviously this fight, it's no secret in terms of the rewards from the belt, the trophies, and the financial elements, obviously. But I don't want you kind of looking beyond that fight, but you must sort of think, if I win this fight, there's some massive fights to go with Canelo. It's a massive opportunity beyond the fight,
Yeah, definitely. I never look past an opponent, and especially this one. This is what I've always wanted to achieve. This is the world title, but your mind does wander, and you do think beyond that. I've always set the bar very high, and I do want to beat George Groves and then fight some of the biggest names in the sport. And if I don't think that far ahead, then I've got no goals to aim towards. But first and foremost, world champion George Groves, 28th of September, and that's me fully focused at the minute. And I'll win that, sit down, and then we can look into the future. But the future is definitely exciting.
I think an example of that would be Usyk and what's his profile. A massive fight potentially with Tony Bellew on the card. I think that's close to actually happening. How do you see that fight panning out? Obviously a massive fight for Tony. But again, how do you see Tony?
It's a massive fight, and I think Usyk's a great fighter. I think Bellew, I don't really admit that. I think at the minute Usyk's the best cruiserweight in the world, and I think he's shown that by winning the tournament. And I think he won the tournament not easy, but a lot easier than what people expected. And I believe he can do it all. He's a good fighter, but Tony's shown over the years you can never write him off. He always seems to, like I touched on before, he always seems to rise to the occasion when it matters, and he's been an underdog many times in his career, and he always seems to deliver. So it's a good fight, and I think them two at the minute are probably the best two cruiserweights in the world if Tony comes back to cruiser. So I think for Usyk to clean up, he has cleaned up the division, but I think beat Bellew confirms that, and if Bellew can beat Usyk, then he's proved he is the man at cruiserweight. And they're the fights, as a boxing fan, people want to see the best fighting the best, and I think as far as cruiserweights go, that is the best two fighting each other.
And I think as boxing fans, we're getting a bit spoiled really, especially this side of Christmas with the fights that are shaping up, seeing the potential fights in the schedules, and it seems like dates are getting penciled in, venues are getting booked. Another one obviously Wilder Fury, a lot of hype recently about that. Do you think it's too soon for Fury to be going into that fight?
Possibly, yeah. I think 2 fights ago you sit down, you think 2 fights and then I'm ready for the big one, and 99% of the time that's probably the case. But I think with his 2 fights, they haven't gone as well as he'd have liked performance-wise, and I think he's lost all the weight, but I think he needs to stay at the weight and build a bit of muscle again and stuff. And I think ideally he could do another one, maybe 2 more, but he's obviously signed for it, and you never know, this 3rd fight could be the one where everything clicks. But if it was me looking at his 2 performances, I think he got better last time, but I think he'd like to be a little bit better again before going into the Wilder fight. But he's unbeaten. When he was fighting, he was the best heavyweight in the world, and he probably still believes he is that. So beating Wilder, I'll put him back up there.
I'd say in terms of obviously just general the boxing industry booming, particularly in Liverpool as well, it's very exciting yourself, Tony Bellew, your brothers, everything else, but also you must be aware of likes of Gareth Hill and UFC and the impact that they're having. He's got a huge fight obviously next week. What do you make of sort of his progress within sports?
Unbelievable, to be honest with you. I think it's a bit disrespectful to say he's come from nowhere, because he's probably been I know he's been putting the work in for
years. It appears that way though.
Yeah, but it's like people jump on now and think, he's come out of nowhere, but he hasn't. He's been the same as when people look at boxing and say, oh, yeah, you've come at overnight success and been working at this since he was 9 years old. So that's a bit disrespectful, but he does seem to just burst onto the world scene, and he has captured the imagination, especially of people in Liverpool. And I was at the Echo Arena show, and the atmosphere was unbelievable. And it's got McGregor kind of done the same thing like myself. It's got me watching a bit more UFC, which I never used to. So it can only be good for the sport, and especially good for the city of Liverpool if we can go there and bring the title home.
Yeah, well, good luck to everyone involved in these massive fights. Good luck to yourself, obviously, in a couple of weeks. Hopefully it goes well, you're looking well. And good luck.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you.